Immediately rushed with a secret project leak that could shock the Korean entertainment industry, even the world. It's not just about music. It's about Kim Taehyung's strategy, ambition, and crazy moves to seize the spotlight at the world's prestigious awards shows that have been controlled by industry veterans. And if you think this is just a gimmick, think again. Let's take it one by one. Since entering military service last December 2023, BTS Kim Taehyung, aka V, has practically disappeared from the public radar. But for those who follow the K-pop industry more closely, you'll realize one thing: vacuum doesn't mean vacuum. Many artists actually prepare big strategies when they disappear. They know that post-military comeback moments are golden. And Taehyung? He's no ordinary player. You have to understand one important thing first. In the K-pop world, the post-war moment is like a turning point. It's not just about an album release. It's a career evaluation stage. Are you still relevant? Do you have something more than just big-name nostalgia? Well, Taehyung saw this gap as an opportunity, not just to come back as a singer, but to upgrade his class. No longer an idol, but a full-fledged artist, a visual creator, actor, and independent musician ready to compete internationally. Several inside sources, including staff from HYB and creative partners who have worked with Taehyung, gave us a few clues. They said that Taehyung has prepared a visual album themed Time and Solitude, which he said was inspired by his personal experiences during the draft. But wait a minute, this isn't just any album. The visual album is said to be modeled after an art film, with a complex mix of music, cinematography, visual poetry, and narrative elements. Taehyung is also rumored to be working with several independent directors from Europe and Japan for the visuals, not just Korean commercial directors. What does this mean? He's building a project across genre and national boundaries. And why is this important? Because it shows that Taehyung isn't just making a comeback to please fans. He's aiming for a much bigger stage. Sundance, Venice Film Festival, even the Grammys, that's the direction he seems to be heading. You know, the visuals for Beyoncé's 2016 album Lemonade, which was one of the pioneers in this genre. And from the leaks, V is trying to make something on the same level or even more personal. Theoretically speaking, Taehyung's move follows a hybrid pattern between art strategy and industrial strategy. In the art strategy, artists focus on personal expression, creative freedom, and aesthetic values that often don't follow market tastes. While in industrial strategy, artists think more about trends, statistics, and what sells. Taehyung cleverly combines these two approaches. With BTS' well-established global fan base, he can afford to take risks with projects that are not necessarily commercially safe. But precisely because of that, he can explore new, more artistic styles without fear of loss. In other words, he's setting a new standard for idols who want to move up to the global art scene. This is also the reason why he rumoredly turned down several big drama and commercial offers post-military. He doesn't want to be limited by the old format. He knows that if he releases mediocre projects, he'll just be a veteran idol, making a comeback. But if he succeeds with this experimental project, he can enter a new category: visionary artist. Now, let's get to the hot part. If this project is released this year, then Taehyung will automatically become one of the names that will be on the radar of film festivals and music awards worldwide. Grammys? Maybe. But more realistically, Venice, Berlin, or even Cannes could be the target. The Best Music Film category at the Grammys also makes sense if he does release a visual project with a long duration and strong storytelling. But there's one interesting thing. Taehyung isn't just competing with global musicians. He'll also be competing against his own former group mates. Jungkook, who just released a solo album with great global performance, RM, who is known for his intellectual music projects, and Jimin, who has solid choreography and stage visuals. But it's Taehyung's strategy that can't be underestimated. While the other members are playing at the level of commercial music and performance, V is trying to infiltrate from the path of art, which, if successful, is even more prestigious. He may not get the highest number of album sales, but if he wins Best Music Film or gets an award from a major film festival, it will be a more elegant and lasting symbol of victory. If this project is successful, It could be the beginning of a new wave in the K-pop industry, the era of idols transforming into total artists. Not just appearing on variety shows or dramas, but entering art museums, international exhibitions, and movie awards. And you know who did it first? Yes, Taehyung. It's not just about him wanting to be different. It's about how he's paving the way for the next generation of idols, showing that you can have your own voice, have work that is not only liked, but also respected. And if you think this is a trivial thing, you're wrong. Because a paradigm shift like this requires one big name to be the pioneer. And I think Taehyung is ready to take that risk. But here's the thing, even though this project sounds ambitious and definitely cool, don't forget, expectations can be a trap. High expectations are sometimes the biggest burden, especially for someone like Taehyung, who has always been put in the spotlight as the visual, the mysterious one, the artist. Well, the stakes now are, can he really escape all those labels? Because to be a true artist, you have to be brave enough to lose your old identity. You have to be ready to be rejected by your own fans, even criticized for being not like before. And this is not a small thing. There are so many idols who failed when they tried to upgrade. They're thought to be pretentious, or even left behind because their music is not fun anymore. But from what we've seen so far, Taehyung seems mentally prepared. He knows the risks, and he's moving on. Interestingly, the latest leak from a HYB insider says that this project won't be released as a regular album right away. But there will be traveling visual exhibitions in several cities: Seoul, Paris, New York. So it's like an experience art installation. It's not about songs or MVs anymore. It's like you're visiting a living work of art. And from there, the digital release and movie will follow. If this really happens, then it's not just Taehyung who's moving up a class, but the entire K-pop promotion system will change. Other labels could follow suit, and we could see a new era, where music isn't just about charts and dance challenges on TikTok, but a deeper and bolder space for expression. So for those of you who have followed Taehyung's career from the beginning, this is not just a comeback. It's a transformation. From idol to cultural icon.